Hey everybody, Haydog here, and welcome back to another reaction. This time on World War I, 1918, which is the final year of this war. By Epic History TV. Go subscribe. Alright. Let's see what is going to happen. Nothing good. 1918.
After 3.5 years of war, the Allies are in crisis. Russia has been rocked by revolution, and its new Bolshevik government has signed an armistice with the Central Powers.
They're done.
Thousands of German troops will be freed up to fight on the Western Front, where the carnage of trench warfare has already claimed more than 1 million lives.
Ugh.
But Germany is also desperate. Britain's long naval blockade has led to shortages and social unrest at home.
Got no
While
food.
America's entry into the war brings fresh manpower
coming.
and vast resources to the Allied cause.
We're on our way.
Germany faces inevitable defeat unless it can win a quick victory on the Western Front.
All right. The Kaiser's battle.
US President Wilson announces his 14 points. They outline his vision for a post-war world, including an end to secret treaties, a reduction in the size of armed forces, self-determination for the people of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and an international organization to settle future disputes.
Alright.
But most European leaders dismiss his ideas as wishful thinking.
Of course.
At Brest-Litovsk,
And
Bolshevik Russia...
I gotta say, like, at this point, America was just not the top dog as of today. It is, yeah, it really was. The European powers were way, very in over their heads. Let's just say that.
signs a peace treaty with the Central Powers.
There we go.
Russia gives up vast amounts of territory in
Okay.
exchange for peace.
This is Ukraine.
500,000 German troops
Poland,
can now be
Belarus.
redeployed from the east to the Western Front, where German General Erich Ludendorff plans an all-out, last-ditch offensive to win the war.
Just go, just go. Ooh, okay.
Ludendorff's spring offensive catches the Allies
This is
off
fancy.
guard. German stormtroopers, using new infiltration tactics, help to overwhelm the British Fifth Army, which is soon in full retreat.
Oh man.
The German advance threatens to split the British and French armies, with disastrous consequences. So French General Ferdinand Foch is appointed Supreme Commander of Allied forces to coordinate strategy.
All right.
Outside Amiens, British and Australian troops improvise a defense and finally halt the German advance.
Okay.
The German offensive switches to the north, targeting the Channel ports. But the British inflict heavy losses on the Germans and prevent a breakthrough.
Okay. The dawn of air power. Let's see what this is.
Above the trenches, the First Air War continues to escalate. Each side now has more than 3,000 aircraft in service on the Western Front.
3,000.
But by 1918, the Allies have won air superiority, thanks to greater resources. On the 21st of April, Germany's most famous pilot, Manfred von Richthofen, the Red Baron, is shot down and killed near Amiens. With 80 victories, he's the war's highest-scoring ace.
Wow.
And is buried by the Allies with full military honours.
Wow.
Britain's new independent bombing force launches a daylight raid against Cologne.
Ooh.
It marks the beginning of Britain's own strategic bombing campaign.
Bombing.
On the ground, Ludendorff's offensive switches south, targeting the French. German troops advance 30 miles, but are halted at the River Marne, just as fresh American divisions enter the line.
We're here.
The US 1st Division is the first to see combat at the Battle of Cantigny. 3 days later, the US 2nd Division wins victory at the Battle of Belleau Wood.
Belleau Wood.
By now, there are nearly a million American soldiers in France, with 10,000 more arriving every day. The fourth phase of the German offensive leads to a 9-mile advance, but is finally halted by a French counterattack. In Italy, Austria-Hungary launches an attack at Asiago and the Piave River to support Ludendorff's offensive in France. But it's repulsed with heavy losses, and morale amongst the Austro-Hungarian army collapses.
We're done.
British and French troops land at Murmansk in northern Russia. It's the beginning of Allied intervention in Russia's civil war, on the side of so-called white or anti-Bolshevik forces.
Anti-Bolsheviks.
On the Western Front, the Germans' final attack is defeated in the Second Battle of the Marne.
Well, that didn't do so well.
Ludendorff's offensive has cost the Germans more than 600,000 casualties, and has failed to make a decisive breakthrough. Germany's final gamble has failed.
That failed hard. Collapse.
The Allies now go on the attack. At the Battle of Amiens, British, Australian, Canadian and French troops, supported by tanks and aircraft, advanced 7 miles in a single day.
Ooh.
General Ludendorff calls the 8th of August the Black Day of the German army.
The Black Day.
German troops are exhausted, hungry and demoralized.
We're done.
And begin to surrender in their thousands. The Battle of Amiens begins the Allies' 100 Days Offensive.
100 days
French
offensive.
warfare is over.
It's over.
The Germans are in full retreat. In the Balkans, a new Allied offensive at Dobropolye breaks through Bulgarian positions.
Man,
The
Bulgaria
overstretched
held
Bulgarian
out.
army collapses, and 2 weeks later, Bulgaria signs an armistice.
Bulgaria's out.
In the Middle East, British-led forces defeat the Turks at the Battle of Megiddo, taking 25,000 prisoners.
Sheesh.
Allied troops soon occupy Damascus and Aleppo.
Oh wow, they're pushing up.
On the Western Front, Marshal Foch orders a general attack. British, French and American armies reach the Hindenburg Line, a line of reinforced German defences, and break through.
They passed right through. Wow.
Ludendorff informs the Kaiser that the military situation is hopeless, and that Germany must seek an armistice.
We're done. We're out.
Germany sends a request to US President Woodrow Wilson, who in return demands German withdrawal from all occupied territory and the Kaiser's abdication. On the Italian front, the Allies deliver the final blow to Austria-Hungary at the Battle of Vittorio Veneto. The Austro-Hungarian army disintegrates, and 300,000 prisoners are taken.
Oh my god.
With the Central Powers facing collapse, the Ottoman Empire signs an armistice with the Allies at Mudros.
Ottomans are out.
4 days later, Austria-Hungary signs an armistice with the Allies at Villa Giusti.
They're out too.
At Kiel, the German High Seas Fleet is ordered to make a suicidal attack on the British Navy.
Uh-oh.
But instead, it mutinies.
Okay, good.
Revolution spreads through Germany.
Revolution.
The Kaiser abdicates, and a German Republic is proclaimed. On the 11th of November 1918, A German delegation signs an armistice with the Allies inside Marshal Foch's railway carriage at Compiègne.
Alright.
It comes into force at 11 a.m., but fighting continues until the last moment.
Oh.
American Private Henry Gunter is killed, charging a German machine gun at 10:59.
Oh.
He is thought to be the last soldier killed during World War I.
Oh, wow.
3 days later, in East Africa, German General von Lettow-Vorbeck surrenders his army on the Chambezi River.
Damn.
For 4 years, he has tied down huge numbers of Allied troops, remaining undefeated
Sheesh.
while cut off from home. He is still
That's
considered one
talent.
of history's greatest guerrilla leaders.
Wow. Okay. 1919. This is not a peace. It is an armistice for 20 years.
The Paris Peace Conference opens at the Palace of Versailles, just outside the French capital. Delegates accept a proposal to create a League of Nations to settle future international disputes. The Versailles Treaty, signed in June, imposes harsh terms on Germany. Its military is restricted in size. It must pay war reparations to the Allies.
Yep.
It loses territory to its neighbours.
Yep.
And its colonies are seized by the victors.
And all of them.
Germany must also accept responsibility for the war in a war guilt clause, a source of lasting resentment in Germany.
Even though it wasn't their fault.
The boundaries of Europe are redrawn. Poland re-emerges after 100 years of foreign rule.
Wow.
While Austria, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, and an enlarged Romania emerge from the ashes of the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
No more.
The Ottoman Empire is dismantled.
It's done.
New states, most under European control, are created in the Middle East. Here, as in Europe, the seeds of future conflict are sown.
Yep.
While in the Far East, former German possessions in China are handed to Japan, to China's outrage.
I'm sure that won't create conflict.
World War I claimed the lives of 9.5 million soldiers. 1 in 8 of those who fought. 21 million more were wounded. 7 million civilians also lost their lives.
Wow.
Huge areas of Europe were left devastated. Old empires vanished. New states were born. Lives across the world were transformed.
Changed forever.
The world was never the same again.
Wow. Right. That is it for World War I. Oh man, it's really interesting looking back on this and seeing this whole war is just so terrible, but also created so much of I don't know how to explain it. Just changed the world, but it did little nothing to the future, because then World War II came out, and then that was the whole thing. Anyway, I'm rambling. Anyway, I will. There's been people talking and in the comments saying they want me to react to the Napoleonic Wars, and I will do that after this. So yeah, I'll just react to that one too. But hopefully you guys liked it, comment, and subscribe. See ya!